Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another great tutorial video brought to you by sc2tutvid.com. My name is Sir Kelt, and I'll be casting this game. The purpose of this game is to elaborate on the 111 build order, which is a fantastic build order for Terran. It's a build order that everybody who's going to be a serious gamer needs to know. And we have a great player going to demonstrate that for us today in mTwDeMusliM. mTwDeMusliM is playing one of his clan members who's playing a Zerg, so it's a Terran versus Zerg matchup, who's also in his clan, so it's mTwDIMAGA versus mTwDeMusliM. mTW stands for Mortal Teamwork. It was established in January of 1998, and it's a serious clan with serious earnings and serious gamers and serious strats. So that's the way that us non-pros learn, is by watching the pros play. And this game here is a great game to learn from. The 111 build order is a fantastic build order, especially versus Zerg. Now, what the Muslim did was he went and he built a depot at 10 supply, and then he sent out his SCV to scout. If you're going to do the 111 build order, it's imperative that you scout early and you scout often. And the reason for that is because the 111 build order is designed so that a Terran player has options of most of his units early and quick, and he can counter his opponent's forces. So what he's going to do is come up here and look at his opponent's forces, and Damaga went with a 12 extractor, and I believe a 14 spawning pool. And now mTwDeMusliM sees that, so he knows he has time to go ahead and develop his build order. He knows he's not going to get a quick Zergling attack. He's not going to get a Speedling attack. He's now got time to build. Here comes his drone. His drone's going to do a little bit of harassment, which is one of the most annoying things that happens to Terran players from Zerg. But he has a Marine coming out. His Marine comes out, and you can kiss that drone goodbye. No more harassment from you, drone. And mTwDeMusliM went ahead and he built his second depot. He built a second depot at 15 supply, which is good for this build order. He's got his Marine now to stop any type of scouting, and for the time being, Damaga is going to have a real hard time scouting the Terran player. And when you're going to build a 111 build order, you do need gas. So at 14 supply, mTwDeMusliM did go ahead and build his refinery. And his refinery, he's fully committed. He's got 3 drones, 3 SCVs coming in and out of it, which is the best way to effectively mine. Any more than 3, they just wait after each other. So you only want 3 SCVs at any time mining from your refinery. At 19 supply, mTwDeMusliM started his factory, which is the 111 build order. So he has his reactor going up, and these two are probably going to switch because that's pretty normal. And then he's going to crank out some Hellions to come harass his Zerg player. Hellions are awesome against Zerglings and against drones. So he has Zerglings and drones, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Through scouting, mTwDeMusliM knows that he now has his expansion, and mTwDeMusliM is going ahead. He's going to crank out a lot of his SCVs. He's going to they're going in for more of a macro game, and mTwDeMuslim's going to go ahead and finish out his 111 build order with his starport here. He has Marines fending off the scouts. He sent a couple Zerglings in to scout, and the Marines could just fend them off. So at this point, if you look at the map, mTwDeMusliM sees what's going on over here, whereas Damaga doesn't know anything. All he knows is that there's a factory producing Hellions, and that's all he's going to be able to see for a while. So that's an excellent way to keep your opponent in the dark, is build up the wall here and just not let him scout. Now, the starport's up. mTwDeMusliM just has so many options, so many different options now. he can come out and he's going to drop his tech lab. He's probably going to go for Banshee, a type of Banshee Hellion Rush, which is so effective against Zerg. And as a, I play Zerg and I played Terran, and that is just so annoying when I'm playing Zerg and I get a Hellion Banshee Rush. It just is utterly annoying. And he's going to go now and try to expand. He knows he's got time. He's going to go in for a normal expansion in the 1-1-1 build order. What you do is you get up your barracks, you get up your factory, you get up your starport. Once those are done, you start building your expansion command center, and when that's built, you go ahead and expand. He's building it in the safety of his base, his main base. So once again, the Zerg player just has no idea of what he's doing. He doesn't even know that exists. So fantastic. He's still cranking out those Hellions, and now he's going to go do a little bit of harassment. Oh, there is a fried Zergling. We're having fried Zergling for dinner. And he's going to go up and he's going to go harass what he can. He's going to scout as much as he can. He's scouting the center, making sure that there's nothing over here he can just quickly pick off. There wasn't. And now here he goes. He's taking his force into the base. He sees this creep. He's going to go ahead and stop the creep. And he's still moving around. He's checking. He's doing a nice job scouting. This is important. He's got to scout. You got to see what's coming up. Here comes some more Hellions that mTwDIMAGA should be able to see, because he does have a nice scouting overlord there. And he's sending his Banshee around, and he's going to come back in here and probably go after the drones. So there we go. Oh, he got a scan. He got some more of that, another tumor. So he's going to knock off that creep. And here comes the Queen. The Queen is an excellent base defense against the Hellions, although that is a lot. However, the Queen is not an excellent defender against a Banshee. A Banshee will actually take out a Queen 1 versus 1. So here we go. We have the expansion here that is not allowed to produce drones because of all of the Hellions. mTwDIMAGA does have a Spire up, and the Spire is going to produce mutas, which are great counter against the Hellions. So both these players are excellent. They're both playing excellent. We got mTwDeMusliM did get the he got the cloak tech, so now he's cloaking. Oh, look at this. He's blocking off the ramp, so he just took out all of his Zerglings trying to counter. One good thing to do is if your opponent strikes you, you go strike back. But what mTwDIMAGA did was he blocked off his ramp, so when his Zerglings went to counter, man, they just all got fried because they just couldn't escape. Now here comes the mutas. And here we go. Okay, if you see mutas coming out, it's time to start producing Marines, which is exactly what mTwDIMAGA does. He's doing a great job scouting. He knows exactly what his opponent's doing, and now he's going to react to it. Once again, the greatness of that 1-1-1 build order. It just allows you to keep reacting to what your opponent's doing. He got a second tech lab up and a third third factory up, and he's going definitely into mech. And what he's going to start doing is producing these Thors. Thors are excellent against mutas. There's not a lot you can do. A Thor Hellion attack is just so annoying if you're a Zerg player. He's got his expansion up. He added another orbital command, and he's going to start cranking out. He's not dropping his mules here. He's got a couple mules here in the thing, in his queue. It's kind of a waste of energy. I don't know why he's saving that. But he's going to, in his mineral line, he's going to start building turrets. And turrets are an excellent way to keep those mutas that he saw out of your mineral line. So mTwDIMAGA right now is doing an excellent job. He's got his store up. He's got his Marines for the mutas. He's got his Hellions here for the Zerglings that he saw. Here comes some mutas, but these mutas are going to come over here, and they're going to be quite unpleasantly greeted by the Thor, and there they go. Off they go. Nothing they can do. You got a Thor, and you got some Marines. You got dead mutas. So he did a good job. He pulled them back. Right now, it does appear that mTwDIMAGA has the center of the map. He's got the Xel'Naga Eye here. He's got a nice scout with his Overlord here. But that's temporary. The middle of the game, the middle of the board is so important. It's important in every game. Most games are basically designed around time and space. And it's important that you control space. And right now, with the force that the Muslim's building, he's going to be able to control the space, the center. But right now, you got mutas on the board. So with mutas on the board, the space advantage does go to the Zerg player because mutas are so fast and they're so great at capturing the space. Oh, nice. Here he comes. He's going to do a little harassment on the mineral line. He's going to pick off some of these drones and some of the Zerglings. And the important thing is you got to scout, and that's essentially what this mission was about. It was about seeing what his opponent was doing. Yeah, he lost all 4 of his Hellions, but without a doubt, he picked off a couple Zerglings, he picked off a couple drones, and he knows exactly what his opponent's doing. He still sees the Zerglings, he still sees the mutas, and he's going to continue in his build with Thors and Hellions, and which is the right way to build. He's got 2 Thors coming out. He's got 4 refineries that he's taken fully taken gas from. They're fully being gassed or mined, and now he's building his supply depot here to wall off a quick Zergling attack, which is the right thing to do. You know, you want to keep those Zerglings out of your base, and one great way to do is just use your buildings to wall off. Dimaga is playing well. He has his 3rd expansion going already, which is a Zerg player you really need to do. If you look up here to the SCV versus drone count, it's 49 over 49, which is good for the Terran player because the Zerg player, there he goes. He just cranked out another quick 10 and or quick 9, and now it's 58 over 51. The Zerg player can't afford to have the Terran player outmining him, especially when you got a player like mTwDeMusliM who's doing a major mech build. So you can just see the mech here. I mean, 4 Thors versus a bunch of Hellions. He only has, 4 Marines. He has no Marauders. And if you're not going to have Marines and Marauders, there's just really no reason to have a medevac unless you're going to use them for paratroopers. Now you can see he's constantly scouting. He's going up here. He's looking at the center of the board. He's going to eventually move out to the center of the board, but which is what both players want to do. You got the mutas over here taking the center, and these 2 players are just constantly vying for the space. We have siege tanks here. Siege tanks are a great way to make a push. Once you get he gets a siege tank out, and now he is going to push. He's going to push and probably come over here and get his gold expansion, which any good Terran player, when you're playing